What's going on, guys? My name is D. Anthony with Evolution Traders. In this video, I want to touch on a little bit of a topic that I think is going to resonate with traders, whether you're in the beginning stages, whether you're, a scratch trader, whether you're a little bit consistent, because we all deal with it as a trader. But one of the biggest problems that I think that a lot of traders have is 100%. No, let me back that up. 1,000% trusting their strategy. So what does that mean? You get up in the morning, maybe you have some levels marked out, maybe you know some particular entries or some particular setups that you're looking for, some particular patterns. Maybe you draw trend lines, maybe you use moving averages, maybe you use RSI, maybe you use fair value gaps or whatever, right? Supply and demand. You have all this stuff, you have all this knowledge, you've been studying, you've been back testing, you've been watching YouTube videos, you've been reading books, you've been doing whatever. And the market's open, market's rolling, setup comes, you don't take it. Next setup comes, you take it, it's a loser. Now you're kind of racking your brains. You're like, well, I missed out on the first setup, ended up working, but I was not in the trade. Found another setup, it didn't work. What did I do wrong? So then you wake up tomorrow, you do the same process. You're a little bit hesitant because you remember the last trade that you took was a loser. So you kind of sit out of the markets and you're just hesitant to execute. My biggest advice that I can give a trader is if you don't 100,000% trust your strategy, your process, and have rules to fall back on, meaning you're going to stop trading if you lose $250 on a day, meaning you're not going to trade more than 5 contracts, whatever the case is, whatever your rules are. If you don't trust your strategy, doesn't matter how good your playbook is, doesn't matter how good your rules are, you will fail. And the reason why you're going to fail is because you're going to go down this rabbit hole where you're never fully trusting your strategy. So here are the 2 problems that happen. You take profits way too quickly. On your losers, losers are much bigger than your winners. Because when you're in a winning trade and you see the P&L green and you see it go up, go up, go up, go up, you snatch profits too quickly because you're so excited. You don't want to give them back. You're like holding everything so tight. No profits. I'm not going to give you back. No profits. And then when you're in that losing trade, the losing trade just goes down and down and down or up and up and up, depending on if you're long or short. And you're kind of like, oh man, my stop loss just hit. Oh, let me give it a little bit more time. Okay, I got to cut it. So your losses are always, you're in a constant battle with your winners being a lot smaller than your losers. That's because you don't trust your strategy. If you trusted your strategy 1,000%, 100,000%, you know that it's nothing more than a game of probabilities. And a game of probabilities is not about one trade. It's not about how many trades you took today. Shit, it's not even about the trades from this week. It's about a block, about a series of trades. How did you perform over 50 trades? How did you perform over 100 trades? How did you perform over the month? So many times we get fixated on, I took 3 trades, I hit max stop loss on all of them, I'm down 500 today. And then you go into this constant fear of, now that I'm in the next trade, I don't want to lose those gains again. So I'm going to take them a little bit early. But what's going to happen in trading is it's such a game of probabilities where, your best traders out there are hitting 50, 60, 65% average over a block of 100 trades. So what that's basically telling you is that you're going to lose maybe every other trade. Now, sure, you're going to hit hot streaks where you win 5, 10, 15 trades in a row. You're going to hit cold streaks where you have 2, 3, 4 losing trades back to back to back. But over the series, over a block of trades, as long as you stick to your plan, you stay disciplined and patient. A lot of traders are in such a rush. And what I notice is a lot of prop firm traders who maybe are going through evaluation stages, or maybe you're newly funded. You're eager to pass very quickly. You're eager to get your first payout. You're up $1,500 on the day and you lose it all and then hit max pain on top of it. Why? You have to put things into perspective. Now, I get it, when you're trading prop firms, it's nothing more than funny money, right? It costs you maybe 50 bucks to sign up for an account. You lose it, so what? It's only 50 bucks. But what if it wasn't $50? And what if it was $2,000 that you have in a personal account and you just managed to make $1,000? Are you going to trade it all away and give it all back and hit max pain? No. If you made $500 and it's your only source of income, that's how you have to pay bills, you have to eat, you have to pay for insurance, you have to pay for car payments. Would you be so eager to continue to trade every single setup that you get when you're already in the positive 500 bucks, or are you going to come back tomorrow and do it again? Many of you traders are not putting the funny money that you see on the computer screen into real life situations and perspectives. Many of you guys will be up $200, $300, $400 and think that's not enough. I can make more. And you give it all back. It's a mindset thing. It's a psychology thing. You're not trusting your strategy enough. You're not trusting your playbook. Your playbook is your rules. In your rules, I believe that if you hit X amount of dollars, whether it's $300, $500, whatever the number is, if I hit $300, I got to stop trading on the day. Regardless if there's a next beautiful setup, that's someone else's money. I'll come back. I'll do it again tomorrow. Because what it is you need to compound winning days over time to take those large payouts. So what I want you to do is I want you to trust your strategy 100,000%. As long as you haven't broken any rules in your personal playbook, meaning you haven't hit your max daily drawdown, meaning, you haven't hit your max daily take profit and you're still allowed to trade, according to your playbook. If you see a setup that is in line with your strategy, you got to take it. You got to hold to full potential. So if you're a one-to-one trader, so for me in Evolution Traders, I work a lot with, keeping things simple, keeping things basic. We work a lot of one-to-one trades. Now, again, sometimes do we take trades profits a little early because, price action's kind of staggering? Sure. Right. Do we cut a losing trade a little bit before stop loss because we can see it's really not going to work, it's going against us? Sure. But I'm saying the majority of the time we want to get at least 1-to-1, right? I feel like, getting 1-to-1, we risk 20 points, we get 20 points, that's good. We risk 10 points, we get 10, 15 points, that's great. We risk 30 points, we get 30 points, that's a hell of a trade, right? So what I'm saying is that as long as you're permitted to trade, as long as you haven't broken any of your rules according to your playbook, continue to take those setups, but trust them, right? If you have a 25, I'm just going to make up an example trade, guys. Again, don't take me literally, don't take me too serious. Let's say we have a 25-point stop loss and we're looking for 25 points. Should we really be snatching profits at 10 points when we have a 25-point stop loss? The answer is no, because you're going to get excited. You're going to be up 10 points, 11 points, 12 points. You're going to snatch those profits. Guess what's going to happen on the next trade? You're going to have a 22-point stop loss, and it's going to be on the wrong side of the probability, and it's going to hit that stop loss. So the 10, 11, 12 points that you took, you're giving all back plus some on the next trade. So you really need to make sure that you let your trades run to full potential or stop out. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. After you get comfortable with letting them run to full profit or stop out, the next thing you need to focus on is letting data and the numbers do its job. Let's get through 10 trades. Let's analyze. Let's get through 20 trades. Let's analyze. Let's get through 100 trades. Now let's get a good breakdown and see where could we potentially add more size, where potentially could we size down depending on market conditions. What can we do emotionally, maybe a little bit better so we're able to keep more of that money in our pockets. So trust your strategy 1000%. Take those setups as long as you're still permitted to trade according to your personal playbook, your personal trading plan. And 2, don't take profits early. Let your trade go to full potential or stop out. Full potential or stop out. Again, if you're going to take profits a little early before it hits full potential, make sure you have a damn good reason for it. If you're going to cut a trade before full potential stop loss, make sure you have a damn good reason for it. And a damn good reason for me sometimes, let's say I'm up $200 and I'm in another trade and I'm reaching for 20 points and it's kind of stalling out around 13, 14 points, and it's coming back down again, and it's going back up to 13 points. And I could tell myself, well, if I just take these 13 points, I'll be up $290 on the day. I'm going to stop trading today. I'm not taking any more trades. I'm just going to cut it here. I'm done. That's a great reason to stop trading. That's a great reason to pull out of a trade early. Let's say you're up $200 in the day and you get into a trade and it's losing. It's going against you. And let's say you're giving yourself, I'm just going to keep it the same, a 20-point stop loss. Instead of losing, $100 on it and going from $200 in the green to $100 in the green, let's say it's going down a little bit, it bounces, it goes down a little bit more, it bounces, and you just have a bad feeling. You're looking around the markets and you see things are starting to shift with market conditions and you're down 40, 60 bucks. Just take the $40, $60 loss and stop trading on the day. Instead of letting it hit max loss and being, profitable $100 on the day, you're still going to walk away with $150, $160 on the day. Those things I think are okay to do because they're in your favor. They're to your benefit. I don't believe in breaking rules when they're not to your benefit. Taking profits too early for the sake of taking profits too early because you don't want to give them away is not to your benefit. Letting this trade setup go, even though it's in line with your strategy, but the market's too volatile, or this last time I took it, we lost, or I want to see more confirmation, is not beneficial to you. That's not to your benefit. Taking the setups when your setups arise is to your benefit. Holding your setups to full take profit or to full stop loss and running that over a series of 100 trades is to your benefit. Cutting a trade early and locking in some gains and turning off your computer screen is to your benefit. Protecting your gains and cutting a stop loss early because you're still going to be positive on the day and then shutting down the screens is to your benefit. If you guys want to trade with me, my link's down in the description box below. I'll see all of you guys on the inside. Everyone else, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all later.